speed. Some good pace on that. Whoa, jeez, why are you always trying to be cute on your videos? What is up, you sexy beasts? I hope you guys are doing well. My name is Vakey. I'm a videographer, photographer in the fitness space, CrossFit space. And I get asked fairly often, maybe on a daily basis, what camera do I recommend people get? What lens do you get? What's the setup if you're just starting out as a creator or you want to make some videos and photos around the gym, around home? What do you recommend? Where do I start? So I thought, you know what, today I'll make a video with my recommendations for someone who wants to be like a hybrid creator. So what I mean by that is someone who wants to do video and photo. Now, before I say another word, I'm a massive believer that gear does not make you a better creator. It's all about the story. It's about your ability to be creative. So although gear is great, first of all, you've got to kind of hone your skills. You've got to do some courses or watch some videos and practice the art of photography and videography and editing. And then the gear will assist, but please don't think that if you spend money on lots of gear, it's going to make you a better creator, because this is not how it works, unfortunately. No, not unfortunately. I'm really glad that it's that way, because it takes a lot to come up with a unique idea, to tell a cool story, and I think that's the way it should be. So let's start with camera bodies. I shoot with the Sony a7 III, this little bad boy here, and it is incredible. I love it. I think this is the ideal camera if you can afford it for someone who wants to do photo and video, because it's got great capabilities in both those camps. Now, it's really hard for me to recommend camera bodies because I've only used two. I've used the Lumix GH4 and then I switched to the Sony a7 III. But what I can say is with the new Sony S3 coming out, I can guarantee you, you're gonna be able to pick up the Sony a7 III very soon for a much better price. In fact, I'm gonna get the new Sony S3, so if you're after a Sony a7 III, DM me, baby. So yeah, as far as bodies go, if you can afford this, if you can stretch to the a7 III, that would be my recommendation. Otherwise, if you need something a bit more entry level, I did also use the Lumix G7, which was a great little video camera, so that could be a good place to start as well. But I'd probably look at a second-hand one of these instead of a new Lumix G7. I've never shot Canon, so I can't really comment on their cameras, but the creators I follow and the people I know that use the EOS R rave about it and love it, so that's another option. But again, I'd probably rather buy this. I think they might be in a similar price range. Now, what I do have loads of is lenses, and I can certainly recommend some lenses, some focal lengths for you. So first of all, if you had to buy just one lens, if I could only have one lens, this would be the one. It is the Tamron 28-75 2.8. So that's by far the most versatile lens. It's a good range. You can take good photos with it, take good video with it. The reason I love this lens is because at 28, you can still vlog with it. It is tight, but if you have a little tripod or something holding the camera up, you can definitely get far away enough from your face to still vlog with it. But then if you're filming somewhere at the gym or filming at an event, you know, you can punch out all the way to 75 and get some nice tight shots as well. It's just a super versatile lens, and at 2.8 it does well in low light, and you can take some nice milky photos with it as well. Now, Tamron have weird ranges. This is a 28-75. Any other lens company, I imagine, will be like 30-70. So if you're buying a different brand than Tamron, you're probably looking for like that 30-70 or 35-70, something along there. If you are a Sony shooter, I highly recommend the Tamron lenses. They are unreal. My good friend Ty, he has the Sony G Master lenses. He's got the equivalent of this in the Sony, and honestly, it's double the price and they're exactly the same. So that would be my recommendation if you had to buy one lens. Now, if you want to do more vlog style videos, you probably want to go for something a bit wider. So this is the Tamron 17-28, so it's a much wider lens. So great for vlogging with, great for landscapes. So if you travel a lot and you want to take some photos of the mountains or any other scenery, that's going to be a good lens. But let's say you want to use this at the gym, you certainly can. You're just going to have to get a lot closer to the member or the athlete to get the shot. But the benefit is you can also get some nice big wide shots of the gym or a group of people. So that's another great lens, the Tamron 17-28. Now, the telescopic lenses, or the lenses with like a variable range where you can zoom in and out, they are typically more expensive than a prime lens. So a prime lens is just something with a fixed focal length, and that's typically what photographers use. They use prime lenses, and I also prefer taking photos with prime lenses. Now, my favorite prime lens for photography is the Sony 85 1.8. This lens here, it's very affordable. It's not a G Master lens. I want to say that was like 900 bucks Australian, and you can take some beautiful video on this as well, some close-up video. So if I had to choose two lenses, if I had to have two lenses in my kit, it'll be that one there the Tamron 28-75 to do my video with, and then I'll have the Sony 85 1.8 will be my second favorite lens because I can do some great, amazing photos on it, but also get some nice B-roll for video. But let's say you're super strapped for cash, you can only buy one lens, it needs to be cheap. I would recommend the nifty 50. So the 50mm 1.8. So that way you're going to be in between that kind of 35 and 80. So in between those two lenses I just showed you, it's going to be right smack bang in the middle of them as far as the focal length goes. You've got 1.8, which means it's going to be a fast lens. It's going to be great in low light. So that's the first lens I ever bought. So I bought the Sony a7 III and I bought the nifty 50. That was my kind of setup for a few months before I could afford that Tamron. So yeah, if you don't want to spend over $1,000, if you want to spend kind of more around the $400 or $500 mark for a lens, start there with the nifty 50. And so that's kind of the advice I give based on my experience. But honestly, I've even vlogged and taken amazing photos with the DJI Osmo Action, you know, so if you want a camera that you don't have to be too precious about, something you can throw in your pocket and take with you. A lot of my photos on my Instagram account is taken with this. It does amazing video as well, not so much in low light, you gotta have some good natural light, but you know, you can certainly get away with taking good photos and good videos with this, providing you're not gonna be filming and photographing indoors. So I hope that's helpful, guys. A very simple breakdown of kind of my recommendations. I try and buy lenses that are 2.8 aperture or less. I haven't bought a lens that is more than 2.8 yet. I just find it limits you too much when it comes to low light. You need faster lenses that kind of have that 2.8 and lower aperture. So I would save up and buy those instead of buying the cheaper lenses that aren't as fast. So I'd love to hear where you are at in your photography, videography journey. Is it something you're interested in? Do you want to do it as a hobby, as a job? What do you currently use? Let me know what you use. Maybe you guys have some cameras and some lenses that you find amazing. This is my setup that I enjoy. I just love the Sony cameras for their amazing autofocus. Like this camera I'm shooting on now, it doesn't have a flip out screen, and I just trust the autofocus 100%. They're nice, lightweight, small packages. What I might do in another video is talk about my lighting and audio setup as well. That's two very important parts of creating videos. But I'll leave it there for now, guys. Look at that, 2 videos in 2 days. I'm pumped to be back. If you enjoy this content, I'd love for you to subscribe to the channel. Other than that, keep roaring love, stay sexy, and who knows, I might even see you tomorrow. I'm gonna try and do 5 rotations on this chair without falling off. You ready? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, out. Oh, that. See you later.